Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're gonna get started in a comfortable seated position today. So you're welcome to sit on a blanket, bolster, or block. That can be Sukhasana, easy seat, Padmasana, lotus, or Vajrasana, kneeling if you prefer. So anywhere where you're comfortable. Let's bring the hands, palms to the knees or thighs facing down, and then just roll the shoulders out a few times as you close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, centering yourself within the four corners of your mat. On the inhales, imagine sitting up a little bit taller. On the exhales, feel more grounded. Let the shoulder blades sink, melt, soften. Inhales for length. And in general, exhales for depth. Putting purpose and intention behind the breath right from the start. Take 2 or 3 more breaths here, your pace. Maybe starting to turn the volume of your breath up, Ujjayi Pranayama. Softly open your eyes. On your inhale, stretch both arms out and up. Reach up from your sides. Notice if your shoulders shrug up to your ears, try to soften them down. Let's take a twist over to the right. Left hand finds the right knee. Right fingertips are palm behind you. If you put your hand a little bit closer to you, it's almost as if you can make your spine straighter. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, looking back over right shoulder for 3. For 2. Keep your left hand where it is. You're going to stretch your right arm up and over like you're going to a side stretch, but that left hand is still holding the right knee. You'll notice this right sitting bone wants to lift up off the ground, and trying to sink it back down is where you're going to get that nice deep stretch down the right side body for 3. Think right shoulder a little bit forward, 2. And 1. Right hand finds the left knee, round your back now like cat pose. Pull your belly button back, spread your shoulder blades apart. As you sit up, pull your knees together, hands behind you, just so you can switch which shin is in front. Inhale, stretch both arms up overhead. Exhale, take a twist to the left. Right hand finds the left knee. The closer you put your left hand to you, you almost straighten up the spine. Look back over your left shoulder for 3. 2. And 1. Keep your right hand there. Stretch your left arm up and over like you're going to a side stretch. The right hand is like really holding onto the left knee. If you were to let go of that, you probably would fall over to the right. So that lean is what's creating the resistance, that nice big stretch down the left side for 3. Left shoulder a little forward, almost like you're twisting down. 2. And 1. Left hand on the right knee, round your back like cat pose. And then as you sit up, pull the knees together, hands behind you, feet flat, reverse table. Lift your hips, stretch your wrists, your forearms, firm up your glutes, look up or drop your head back for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips down, cross over your ankles, find tabletop position. Immediately spiking your toes to the mat and finding downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out the legs here, shake out your head a bit. Move your jaw. Any other movement that your body is craving, now is a wonderful time. And try not to force your body into shapes. You find your edge where you feel sensation, resistance, and then breathe into that. Breathe into the edge. And step the feet out nice and wide. Walk your hands back halfway, thumbs touch. Right hand for the outer left ankle, another twist. Bump your hips over to the right as you pull your torso through to the left. Left hand like it's sliding the mat forward. Firm your thighs. One more breath. And switch. Right thumb meets left thumb. Left hand, outer right ankle, hips bump a little left. Right hand like it's sliding the mat forward for 3. If your heels are on the ground, can you lighten up the toes? 2. And 1. Thumbs touch, and then continue to walk them back all the way to the back of the mat. Toes out, yogi squat. Feel free to move around a little bit here, shift side to side, maybe roll out your neck or your wrists. We're going to put the hands just behind us. I want you to drop your right knee in towards the center of your mat, so internally rotating your right thigh, and then pull the right knee back out. So you're in a yogi squat but propped up on your hands. You could always put blocks behind you. You're going to drop your left knee in towards the center, internally rotating your left thigh. Come back, and then we'll switch. Right knee goes in and back. Left knee in and back. One more on each side. Right and left. Back through center. Come back to your yogi squat, and then find a forward fold. Toes wiggle in so the feet are hip width. Let's lift up halfway. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold. Walk yourself out to a plank pose, stacking the shoulders over the wrists. Dome your upper back. Feel the back of your skull lift. I like to gaze just in front of the mat. Squeeze low belly, inner thighs. Shift forward, slow lower all the way to your belly. 5. Feel free to drop your knees first. 4. Try to send the elbows back instead of out. 3, 2, and 1. Take your right arm out to the right with the palm down. Roll onto your right shoulder and step your left foot behind you. If you don't feel enough sensation here, you can also bend your right knee and think feet like bridge pose. You could also half wrap your left arm behind your back. Again, never forcing the pose to look a certain way, never forcing your body, finding the edge where you feel sensation, and then breathe there. Last 2. And 1. Roll back onto your stomach, and then we'll switch. Left arm going out to the left. Roll onto the left shoulder. The right foot steps behind. For more, you can also bend the left knee so your feet are like bridge pose. You can also half wrap your right arm behind your back. I always give you plenty of options, and not to overstimulate you, but just to know that you can kind of explore wherever your body wants to go. If there's something I don't mention, you're of course welcome to do that as well, as long as you're breathing with purpose, with intention. Let's roll back onto our bellies. Slide your hands so they're in line with the ribs. Press down with the tops of your feet. On your inhale, roll yourself up to cobra pose. Use your back muscles. And then you're going to lower yourself right back down all the way. Forehead finds the ground. 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, child's pose. Neutral spine. Think about breathing all the way down to your tailbone. Follow that breath all the way out. Walk your hands to the right. And walk your hands to the left. Walk your hands to center. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale, spinal roll yourself forward. Drop down to your knees. Tabletop position. Take some big hip circles with your right leg. Both directions. Step your right foot to replace your right hand. Right hand on the right thigh. Tuck your left toes and lift your left knee. You're gonna reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. You're in a twisted runner's lunge. Option to circle out the right wrist. Push the back of your left thigh up. And then pause with the right arm, just reaching up nice and strong for 3. Maybe gazing up, right thumb, 2. And 1, drop your back knee, half splits pose. Flex your right toes. You can stay like this, or left hand down, right arm reaching up, twisting once again. If you're doing that, just make sure the right hip is pulling back and down. The left hip is pushing a little bit forward. Keep flexing your toes and squeezing your right quadriceps for 3. 2. 1, Anjaneyasana B. Deeply bend your right knee and reach both arms up. Feel the inner thighs pull towards each other. Press down with the top of your left foot. Grab opposite elbows overhead. Inhale. Exhale, lean over to your right and feel a nice big stretch down the left side for 3. 2. And 1, come back through center. Fingertips to the mat. You're going to bump it forward to standing L pose. Throw the left leg up behind you. Option to roll out that left ankle if that feels good. Step your left foot behind your right foot, forward fold. Keep the ankles crossed as you inhale, rise, come all the way up to stand. Grab opposite elbows again, inhale, and then exhale, lean over to the right once again. Squeezing your right oblique. I like a little bend in the right knee. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, fold over your legs, keep them crossed. Inhale, standing L, left leg goes up and back. Exhale, left foot long step back, followed by the right foot, top of a push-up. Exhale, chaturanga with or without your knees. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, squeeze your thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spinal roll forward and drop down to your knees. Take some big hip circles with your left leg. Both directions. Step your left foot to replace your left hand. Left hand on the left thigh. Tuck your right toes and lift your right knee up. Once you get there, send your left arm up. You're in a twisted runner's lunge. Circle out the left wrist. And then just pause, hold that left arm still. Pump up your right leg for 3. Turn your chest to the left. 2. And 1. Drop your back knee, half splits pose. Regular framing your left leg or twisting. Right hand mat or block, left arm going up. Feel the left hip crease pull back. Find length through your left side. Keep flexing your toes, and if it feels all right, look up at the left thumb for 3. 2. And 1. Anjaneyasana. Bend your left knee and reach both arms up. Grab opposite elbows up top. Inhale. Exhale, lean over to the left. Little squeeze of the left oblique. Feel the right hip and right ribs wrap slightly forward. Steady breathing. Come back through center. Fingertips down, bump it forward, standing L. Throw the right leg up behind you. Option to circle out the right ankle. Step right foot behind left foot, cross your ankles and fold. Keep your ankles crossed as you rise all the way up to stand. Grab opposite elbows up top and lean to the left again. Push your hips slightly to the right. Pull the bottom ribs down. Come back through center and we'll fold forward, sending that right leg up behind you, standing L. Inhale. Exhale, right foot step back, followed by left foot. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, with or without your knees, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale. All right, inhale, right leg lift. Keep your hips square. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, drop your back knee, half split, straighten, fold, regular. Inhale, low lunge, reach both arms up. This time as you exhale, you're gonna go modified side plank to the back. Left hand to the back, straighten out your right leg. Big reach, maybe lean back a little bit. Push your hips towards the long edge of your mat. Look down, right hand down. You're facing the back of the mat. Roll onto your right toes and send your left leg high. 3-leg downward dog. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, drop your back knee, half splits. Inhale, low lunge, reach both arms up. This time your right shin will spin behind you. You'll take your right hand to the front of your mat into that modified side plank. Push your hips towards the same long edge of your mat as you lean back a little bit over the right shoulder. And then we'll do that again. Look down, left hand down. Roll onto your left toes. Inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, step right foot forward. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, half splits. Drop your back knee. Inhale, low lunge, reach up. Exhale, modified side plank at the back. Take an inhale and lean back. Exhale, right hand down, roll onto the right toes. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, softly step. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, modified side plank at the front. Inhale to curl back. Exhale, left hand down. We'll go one more time. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, softly step. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, back knee down, straighten. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, modified side plank at the back. Inhale to lean back. Exhale, right hand down onto the right toes. Inhale, left leg up, last time. Exhale, softly step. Left arm reach up. Back knee down, half splits. Low lunge, inhale. Modified side plank at the front. Inhale to lean back. Exhale, left hand down. This time step back, plank pose. Shift forward and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Lift your heels and look forward. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees and sit back, Utkatasana, chair pose. Keep your knees together, inner thighs squeeze, breath in. Breath out, twist to the right, right arm reach back. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist left. Reach your hands away from each other. Inhale, both arms up, straight legs. Cactus, bend your arms and curl back. Make a bind behind your back. Work your knuckles towards your heels. Lift your sternum, lift your chin. Bend your knees a lot and fold over your legs. Think ribs to thighs, forehead to shin. Inhale, the sternum pulls forward. Exhale, the thigh bones roll back. Last two. And one, release your bind. Malasana, or you can grab another yogi squat. For Malasana, the feet will stay together, the knees go out wide. You'll walk your hands forward. Try to keep the big toes touching and the heels touching. If that's going well, you can walk your hands back underneath you like you're going to take a seat back into your hands. And if that's going well, maybe you grab your heels. Use your triceps to push your shin bones back, pull your sternum forward, and then round. Hugging the knees in, use your inner thighs for 3, 2, and 1. Drop your butt back. You've got Navasana. Legs out in front of you. Shins can be parallel with the ground or your legs can be straight. Push your low back in, squeeze your low belly. Avoid rounding your back. Find some space between the collarbones. Breathe. 3, 2. Grab the backs of your legs. 1, rock up and down your spine 3 times. So we've got 1, we've got 2. After that last one, cross your ankles and take yourself back Vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale completely. All right, inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step directly between your thumbs. Come up to warrior two. Line your right heel up with your left arch. Push your knees away from each other. Soften your shoulders. Straighten your legs, reverse triangle. Option to grab hold of the right wrist, circle out the right wrist, or just hold it straight. Firm your quadriceps, but get lighter in your toes. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, side angle. Right elbow inside the right thigh, elbow on the thigh. Feel free to use a block. Firm down the outer edge of your left foot. Spiral your chest up towards the ceiling as you push your right knee out to the right. Extend your top arm if that feels all right for 3. Lighter right toes, 2. And 1. Skandasana at the back of the mat. Deeply bend your left knee. Let's go arms wide. Push left hip to the right. Look up at the right hand. Last 2. Make sure the left knee is pushing in the direction of the second toe. 2. We're going to take a seat. This left shin is hugging close to you. Your right hand will grab your left ankle for a gate variation. The left arm reaches up and over. So same sort of sensation as we felt in side angle, that side body stretch on the left. You're trying to spiral your chest up while pushing your right leg a little bit to the right. If your left hand grabs your right foot, great, pull back. If not, don't worry about it for 3. 2. And 1. Lift yourself up. You're going to drop this left knee in to meet the right knee facing the front of the mat. Move your left calf muscle out of the way, so half reclining hero's pose. If this is enough on your left knee joint, stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can drop back onto your forearms or even all the way down onto your shoulders and grab opposite elbows overhead. Think left knee down. If you want a little bit more, you could even bend the right knee like bridge pose. Breathe. We'll be here for 3. 2. And 1. Use your arms to bring yourself back up. Use your hands to bring yourself into a low runner's lunge. You might need to shuffle your left knee a little bit back. We're going to come up Anjaneyasana B, low lunge. Let's take a prayer twist over to the right, hooking your left elbow outside of your right thigh, pushing your right palm down into your left palm. Now you're welcome to tuck your back toes and lift your left knee. So that's going to work a little bit more quads. I actually think I get a little bit of a deeper twist with the back knee down, more of a twist through the torso. So it really just depends what you're feeling here. Right knee a little to the right. We're going to go pyramid pose. Shorten your stance. Left foot bumps up, fold over your right leg. Lengthen both sides, pull the right hip crease back. Maybe walk your hands a bit forward. Try not to let the right ankle bow outwards. Left hand mat, block, or fingertips, revolving triangle pose. Reaching the right arm up. Too much on the shoulder, go right hand to the hip. Pull your right hip crease back and see if you can gaze up to your right thumb. We'll be here for 3. Last 2. And 1. Look down, step your feet together, forward fold. You're going to bend into your knees, Utkatasana chair pose, and take your right arm underneath your left arm. Sweep your right leg over your left leg, Garudasana Eagle, balancing on your left leg. Feel free to put the right toes down as a kickstand. Lift your triceps off your chest. Feel a stretch in your upper back. Last two. One more breath. As you come up, lift your right knee up in front of you, unwind your arms and take a twist to the right. Your left hand can grab your right knee or the outside edge of your right foot. Try to sink your right hip crease down and feel length through both sides. Reach your right arm back, fingers back for 3, for 2. Release your arms and take a big step back, warrior 2. Straighten your left leg and turn your toes in. Bind your hands behind your back, inhale. Exhale, fold over your legs, wide leg fold. Don't let the ankles bow outwards. Keeping the bind is going to give you an awesome shoulder stretch, but of course, if that is too much, please feel free to skip it. Last 2. And 1. Release your bind. Lift up halfway. Keep your right foot where it is. Slide your left foot to meet your right foot. Bend your knees and sit back, Utkatasana. Prayer hands at your heart. Taking another prayer twist to the right, left elbow outside the right thigh. Elbows stacked. Now we've done this transition before. However, if you're new to my channel, obviously this might be a little bit new to you. We're going to try to keep the prayer twist as we lift the heels and lower into a toe stand. So toe stand, prayer twist. If you need, come out of the twist and find regular toe stand, but you're facing the long edge of your mat. Now, if you'd like to try the arm balance, Parshva Bakasana, your fingertips will actually point towards the back of your mat. So you're already twisting to the right. You're using your left tricep as a shelf. The right elbow is going to hug in, but you don't actually need to use your right elbow to rest your body on. It's just hugging in for support. Bend your elbows like a shelf, squeeze your knees together, Parshva Bakasana. You also have the option here to extend the right leg out, left leg back, breathe for 3, 2, step or jump back, Vinyasa, facing the back of your mat. Blocks are also really helpful when practicing arm balances. They just give you a little bit more space to play around with so you're not so close to the ground. Let's go ahead and lift that left leg up. Step directly between your thumbs. Open up, warrior 2. Push your knees away from each other. Sink your right hip a little bit. Breathe. Straighten your legs, reverse triangle. You can grab the wrist or roll out the right wrist. Side angle pose, left knee bend, left hand in or outside foot. Block is great again here. You want to push, scoop this left glute underneath you. Roll the right hip a little bit back. Feel your chest open towards the ceiling. If it feels all right, try to extend that top arm, Uttita Parshvottanasana for 3. Belly in, 2. And 1, Skandasana at the front. Right knee bend. Let's go open arms if possible. You might have to bump your hips a little to the left. We want this right heel down. So if that's not possible, you're just going to lift your hips up a bit until you can get that right heel down. Push the right knee in the direction of the toes. Look up at the left hand for 3, 2, 1. Take a seat. Hug your right shin in nice and close to you. Gate variation. Left hand grabbing the right ankle. Side bend to the left. Spiral chest up towards the ceiling. Feel the same sensation you felt in side angle when we extend and turn the chest up. Keep sinking your right sitting bone. Sit yourself back up. Drop your right knee in to meet your left knee. So you're facing the back of your mat. Left leg is straight. Move your right calf muscle out of the way. Half reclining hero's pose. Stop before you feel any pain on your right knee. If you'd like to move on, drop back forearms, shoulders, maybe even the head, grabbing the elbows. The right knee is going down. If you want more, the left knee can bend like bridge pose. But again, the goal is not to feel pain here. Feel sensation, breathe. Bring yourself back up, using your arms. You're going to use your hands then to spring yourself forward, setting up a low runner's lunge. You might need to wiggle your right knee back a little bit. Bring both arms up, Anjaneyasana B. Let's take a prayer twist over to the left. Hook your right elbow outside of your left thigh. Push your left palm down into your right palm. Again, back knee up or down, two totally kind of different purposes and different sensations. So you can always play around with both and see what you're feeling today. It's never better or worse wherever you are. As long as you're making your breath a priority, you're in a great pose. Last two. And one, pyramid pose. Shorter stance. Lengthen your sides. So we always have this same idea here where the hips want to go one way and we're kind of working against what the body naturally wants to do. So think like when we do half splits, when we do pyramid, when we do standing big toe twist, that one hip always wants to lift or go forward. And that's kind of what you're working against. You always want your hips, not always, in most poses, you want your hips or your pelvis level, even. Twisting triangle. And then when we add a twist, it gets even more funky because then the hips have more of a tendency to go on the path of least resistance. So the body always wants to find the easiest way, the most comfortable way. And that's not always the way in yoga poses. You have to almost create the resistance by adjusting your body. Last three. Squeeze your legs, 2. 1, left hand down, step your right foot to meet your left foot. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Back of the mat, left arm under right arm. Left leg over right leg. Option to put the toes down. I always like to do that. I also have bigger quads, so it's kind of harder to wrap up my legs. So there's a lot of factors that go into every single pose, not just strength, balance, or flexibility. So lots of body structure too. Try not to get caught up if you can or can't do a pose. One more breath. Unravel, your right hand will grab your left knee as you standing twist to the left. If that's going well, right hand can grab the outer edge of the left foot, straightening out the left leg. But here, think about the left hip going down, lengthening the left side body. Spread your collarbones apart and breathe for 3. 2. 1. Take a big step back. That was a bad time to cough. Straighten your right leg, toes in, bind your hands behind your back. Opposite grip if you remember. Inhale and exhale, fold over your legs. I don't know how I didn't fall out of that actually. So you really want to squeeze your legs here. Almost feel the kneecaps lift up. Feel your upper thighs engage. So right where they meet your hips. And then really squeeze your low belly. Think about tipping your weight a little bit more forward, almost like you're going to somersault for 3. 2. 1, really spine half lift. Slide right foot to meet left foot. Bend your, let's go Utkatasana. So again, facing the long edge of your mat. Prayer hands at your heart. Take a prayer twist to the left, hooking right elbow outside left thigh. Keep your knees together, weight in the heels. Keep the twist if possible as you lift your heels and lower your butt towards your heels so you're in twisted toe stand. If that's too much, you can always come to regular toe stand. The idea here is that you already have the twist set up, so when you put your hands down, they're facing the front of the mat, so how they would be for chaturanga. How they will be for chaturanga. Now you don't need to rest anything on this left elbow, but the left elbow hugs in as well. Your face will get pretty close to the ground unless you're using blocks. So if you've got blocks, your face doesn't have to go so close. Tip your weight forward, squeeze your legs together. Stay there or extend the left leg out, right leg back for 3, 2, 1. Step or jump back, Vinyasa. Whew. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Pigeon pose on the right side. You can kind of slide your left leg and your pelvis back. Drop down onto your forearms, or maybe even rest your forehead on your top hand. Now we've done quite a bit of twisting today, so you're welcome to stay regular pigeon pose. You could also add a twist, left arm underneath, like thread the needle. And then if you're doing that, you can use your right forearm as a pillow, or you could half wrap your right arm behind your back for your right big toe. Try not to roll all the weight to the left hip if you do that. Keep some weight in the right hip, like the right hip is sinking back and down. Three more breaths. Begin to walk your hands back, roll onto your right hip and swing your left leg around. Right foot, inner left thigh, Janu, Shirshasana, little twist to the left as you fold over the left leg. Feel the right inner thigh roll back and drop your right armpit. Inhale, bring yourself up, cross right ankle over left thigh, seated figure 4, bend your left knee, flex your right foot. Try to avoid rounding your back here, sit up nice and tall. I like the hands behind me, fingers forward. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Hands behind you, fingers forward. And then like we did in the beginning, we did a reverse table. You're gonna do the same thing here, but with your right leg in figure 4. So when you're ready, lift your hips up, figure 4, reverse table for 3. Let the right knee fall down a little bit, 2. And 1. Lower your hips down. Bring your left heel over to your right butt. Ardha Matsyadrasana, taking a twist to the right. Left elbow hooks outside the right thigh. Again, the closer your right hand is towards you, the more you can kind of straighten your spine. Try to sink your right sitting bone and press the ball of your right foot down for 3. 2. 1. Keep your left leg as it is. Take your left hand and grab your outer right foot. Extend your right leg straight. Reach your right arm back behind you. Now, if you're doing this, you probably realize this actually isn't that hard, but it looks kind of cool. This is like our standing twist that we did, but of course, now we're not balancing on one leg. We have a lot more stability because this entire left leg is down, helping us not fall side to side. Right hand down, you're gonna swing your right leg all the way back behind you and end up in pigeon pose on the left side. Feel free to adjust any way you like. Do your best to level out the weight in your hips so you're not just favoring the left or the right. You can stay where you are or add the twist, right arm underneath, and then that left forearm can either be a pillow or the left arm can half wrap, peace sign fingers to the big toe. Last 3. 2. And 1. Walk your hands back. Roll onto your left hip and swing your right leg around. We're going to go left foot, inner right thigh, janu, fold over your right leg. Option to grab that right wrist. Drop your left armpit a little and then feel the left inner thigh roll back. All right, bring yourself up. Cross left ankle over right thigh, bend your right knee, seated figure 4 with the hands behind you, fingers forward. Start for a moment just sitting up tall, pushing the low back in, almost like you're trying to puff up your chest. Flex your left foot. Keep your right foot on the ground. Begin to lift your hips up, figure 4, reverse table. Kind of let the left knee fall downwards for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips down. Right foot meets the left glute, left foot to the ground. Seated twist. Right elbow hooking outside the left thigh. Left hand pretty close to you, pushing down. Nice tall spine. Look back over left shoulder and press the ball of your left foot down. Breathe here. Keep your bottom leg, your right leg as is. Take your right hand and grab your outer left foot. Extend your left leg straight. Sit up tall, and then you might want to reach your left arm back. So this is flex your left foot. This is like our standing twist that we did. Much easier. Feels really nice on to me, the left IT band, across your chest. And then we'll simply release. Both feet on the ground and lie down onto your back. Lots of different stuff today. Let's hug the knees in, rock gently side to side. We'll go feet flat. 1 bridge pose, and then we're gonna do a figure 4 bridge pose. Tailbone scoop, hips up, option to bind. Squeeze imaginary block between your knees. One more breath. Release, bind if you have it, lower your hips down. Cross right ankle over left thigh. Pull your knees in for a moment, figure 4. Keep right ankle over left thigh as you put your left foot down. Arms by your side, lift your hips, figure 4 bridge for 5. Firm up your left glute, press down with the ball of your left foot. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower hips down, right leg over left leg. Drop your knees off to the left and look to the right. Supine twist. Slide the left shoulder a little to the left. Unwind onto your back, grab a happy baby pose before round 2. Grab feet, ankles, or the backs of the knees. And then we'll put the feet flat, left ankle over right thigh. Hug the knees in for a moment, so regular supine figure 4, left toes flexed. You're gonna keep that flex of the foot, keep the action of the knee going forward. We're gonna put that right foot down, arms by the side. Figure 4 bridge. Drive down right heel, ball of the right foot as you lift your hips. You're really using the strength of the right glute, right hamstring. Let the left knee fall a little bit downwards for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips down, slide left leg over right leg, knees right, gazing left. Inner thighs soft, adjust your shoulder blades. Come back through center, happy baby. And then if there's any other pose you'd like to finish out your practice with, you can go ahead and find that now. Otherwise, our last pose together will be this happy baby. When you're ready, going ahead and extending your legs out, arms sprawled. Make adjustments that feel comfortable and natural. Now I know we all lead busy lives, so it's often that once we hit this part of class, maybe you exit out of the video. I know I totally do this sometimes, but see if you can commit, even if it's to something small. 5 deep breaths, 10 deep breaths, 1 minute, whatever it is, of total peace and total stillness. You deserve rest, physically and mentally. Take a few moments just for you before jumping into the remainder of your day. Shavasana. Slowly start to come back. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then rolling out the wrists and the ankles, head side to side. Eventually reach your arms overhead, extend your legs. Knees to chest. Roll right or left, and then make your way up to a seat. Try to keep your eyes closed and your attention inwards if possible. Take a few moments just to remember how it felt stepping on your mat, and then compare that to how you feel now. See if you can take some of that peace and stillness, calm off of the mat with you. Draw your hands to your heart. Take a breath in. Exhale. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Namaste. Thank you for choosing to practice with me. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Share it, subscribe to my channel. You can visit my website for more ways to connect with me. I have some online workshops. I lead retreats. I do private lessons in person and virtual. So if you're interested in any of those things, all of that information is on my website, which is below. I will see you guys back here next week.